Welcome to Headlines Today Special. We have with us today the new chairman of Indian Cricket Inc. Welcome to the studio, Mr. Modi.
Thank you very much for having me.
You are a very good person.
Thank you.
You are making money for the cricketers.
It's my job to make money for the cricketers.
And don't allow them to play.
They're playing. Why would they not allow them to play?
You are converting sports into a business, isn't it? That's your target.
Sports.
Because you are a businessman.
Sports is a business. Globally, sports is a business. Sports has never been a business in India because the administrators never allowed it to be. It is important for sports around the world, and especially in India, that sports should become a business. If sports becomes a business, it will only benefit the sports.
You are trying some new technique, business model in this, because in your own family business, you left it there. And you wanted to have some other formula to involve this kind of business, how to make more money, somewhere else.
No, family business has got nothing to do with...
no, you're using the business mind to promote something else.
Without doubt. I'm taking the mind that I learned through the family business and through my experiences that I have of trying to monetize the business in the business of sports. Now, this is very, very important for the development of the sport. All sports around the globe that have prospered have only prospered if they had a sound business model. If they don't have a sound business model, those sports don't prosper. You're talking about the development of the sports. This is a new technique you are trying. As if there was no sports here in this country. And cricket, where they was very poor. We have won World Cup earlier also. Recently, we won a World Cup. If you talk about sports, if you talk about this... I'm talking about cricket. Yes. Cricket, we were doing very well. We were the world champions. We were world champions in 1993. We are world champion in 2007. 2007, and yes. Which world champions going forward? So without the IPL, without being business model being there, not true. It was a spirit of game, which was more important than the spirit of money. Money has got nothing to do with it. Money only helps us improve the infrastructure and pay for everybody else. At the end of the day, you get better coaches and you're able to get better facilities. That's about it. But those are an essential part of the game. If you don't have those things with us, there is no reason that we will be prospering. Today, Australia, or you take England, Australia has always been on the top, but the infrastructure of Australia is also at the top. And their coaching facilities and their academies are also at the top. The reason being... If I use your own example of Australia players are the world's best cricket players. Yes. It's not because they're getting more money. It's got nothing to do with getting more money or not more money. The money has come only recently, and only because of the rights that the BCCI has been to be able to sell. And because we have a system of paying 26% of those rights fee to our players, that the money has gone up. But even the endorsement values, which the advertising industry or the consumer is paying for our players, is much higher than anywhere else in the world. So our top players earn huge amounts of money due to advertising. The money that they earn from playing cricket is negligible. Mr. Modi, by your own admission, you are saying Australian cricketers are good players, yes. Not because they were getting good money. No, but they are because they have been able to develop into a good sports person without being paid that much. How? Because they have great academies, they have a great grassroots program, they have built great infrastructure, they have great coaching system, they have great, the whole all-around system that they put together over the years is become better. Australia traditionally and England traditionally had all the money in cricket, and they were able to do this over the last 100 years, while India was a poor country and never had any money, and we were never able to develop it. All of a sudden... Mr. Modi, but India defeated England. That is a separate issue altogether. Without being paid that much, not having this kind of... Earning of money has got nothing to do with the performance on the field. Correct. Without doubt. Then why should you encourage this money making commercialization of a sport which was known as a gentleman's sport, not a businessman's sport? It's not nothing to do with gentleman's sport. I think if there is money in the sport, players should be paid, without any doubt. And if we are making money as a body, all that money should go back to the sports, one way or the other, 100% of it. A lot of it goes to the players and a lot of it goes to the infrastructure development. But you are investing so much of money only in urban big towns. And the players are coming from small towns. You are not spending money in the small towns. You are not developing academies. You are not developing stadiums in small towns, which you are earning thousands of crores by this. I think again there is a misconception here. How do you define small town? You may say Ranchi is a small town, Jaipur is a small town, Mohali is also a small town. If you take, it's not one of the metros, and you take all of the other small towns, as a Pune, our BCCI system is that we give equal amount of monies to all state associations. There is a mandatory rule now in place that every state association, every one of them, must have a state-of-the-art academy and a stadium. And everybody is being subsidized to the tune of over a few thousand crores now to do that. 31 associations you have got. How many state societies have got their own stadiums? Look at Kanpur. Look at Trivandrum. Look at Ranchi. As you yourself pointed out. I think UP needs a new stadium. Look at Goa.
You are paying the same money to go as well as you are paying to Delhi.
Everybody is being paid the same money.
Where's all the money going?
But right now, nobody, they're all putting in new
There's
stadiums.
no accountability because you give them money because you want votes to win election.
Vote, if we wanted vote, then we would be giving, we would discriminate and give to one and not give to the other. We're not discriminating. We're giving everybody the same amount of money. And the objective out here, there is accountability. The state association has to be accountable for it. The
Which they
BCCI
are not at the moment. You don't ask them where you're spending money.
Of course we are. You are absolutely wrong. There was never so much kind of money there. Now everybody is being asked the question where that money is going, how you're spending the money. There's a whole committee being set up. There's a finance committee that looks into each one of them and say whether there's wasteful expenditure or
Some
not
of the
wasteful.
association did not submit their annual balance sheet to the Registrar of Society for 3 years, 4 years.
We know those cases and we've
That
taken
you
it
did
up.
nothing.
Of course we did. We took it up
You
very
did not
seriously.
recognize any, de-recognize any association because of that.
De-recognition is a big problem. It takes time to do that. It
And
does-
coming, that is, I know I can appreciate your compulsion because you have to win your next election as well.
It is not about winning.
They won't give you vote.
It is
But
not about,
coming
I don't have to
back-
wait for,
coming
worry about
back to
winning
IPL,
election.
The IPL model which you have adopted, it is a business model.
Yes,
It has nothing to do with the sportsman spirit.
absolutely wrong. In the model of IPL, first and foremost today, you've got over 100 young players that are interacting with the world's best. Now you take a player like Nair, who performed extremely well for Bombay the other day. His aspiration, he may be a good player, but his aspiration of getting onto the Indian team is, 1 in 100, because he's a good player, but he only be taking 16 players in the Indian team. His dream of sitting with Sachin Tendulkar or playing with a Shane Warne or traveling in the same bus or staying in the same hotel with them is out of the question. Or getting, coached by one of the top coaches, it's a dream for him. All of a sudden with IPL, he's sitting in the same bus, he's staying with them, he's coaching with the best players, he's playing with them all the time, and he's learning from them. If you actually ask this question, what is it, instead of asking me this question, if you brought all these young players, and you ask them the question, what are they getting out of IPL, they'll tell you the answer.
I will tell the IPL, the young players are there because of the people who have bought them, not because of Lalit Modi or because of anybody else.
It is not true.
Because
They are-
you did not include them in your team. They were not in the first 11 of
can't-
India, 11 or 16 of India.
Again, how
The
can
heroes
I...
of IPL so far,
Yes.
how many matches have been,
Yes.
they are the ones who are not part of your 18.
But you're absolutely wrong again. We have very, very good players. We can't have 100.
But tell me, those who have made now scores, when did they play last? They were played only one match, and you can say about the Pathan's brother, who played one match.
But that is why I'm saying the talent is going to come out. When the talent comes out, there's going to be huge competition within the Indian team. The 16 players or the 20 players that the India chooses, the competition out there is just going to grow because there are going to be so many good players. You can mark
Only
my words.
positive thing I can think of IPL, that the private entrepreneurs know who
Yes.
will make money for them.
No.
You are only selecting those who are you choosing those who are not performers.
That the performance criteria right now, as far as the entrepreneurs are concerned, they will take no nonsense and they will keep the team based upon their performance. As far as the Indian team is concerned, we have
Because on regional basis, we go votes basis.
No.
You have
Again.
regional selectors there. One has to be from north, one has to be from east.
that
They don't
system-
care.
Of course they care. If,
EMR will not care who is the selector. They will
without,
select their own
they,
team.
they will select their own, and they have the right to
Mukesh
select their
Ambani
own
will
team,
select his own team.
which is the right way to do. They will
He
select
will
their
not
own
select
team.
because he will
But-
lose some vote from Rajasthan or somebody.
But the
UP
player-
vote will not come because you.
But the players that come out of the system, they will be recognized and cannot be ignored by anybody.
That we'll see later, how you select the team, how later when they go for the
We'll be
team.
there. I mean-
we'll see that. I can't give the judgment
I
now.
can't either give the judgment,
Because
but I'm
so far
saying-
they have been ignored, therefore on the basis of the past I can say.
I don't
But
think
coming back to
I don't think
because
they've been
of
ignored because I'll tell you, we won the India World Cup, and at that point in time, if you look at your own programs,
Ishant was not there
one
in the
minute,
team.
one minute. If you looked at your own program, when we dropped,
Ishant Sharma was not there in the
when
team.
Rahul
na?
Dravid, Sachin Tendulkar and Saurav Ganguly decided not to play the World Cup 2020 on their own reason, the whole media went against us and said India is doomed. And we had a new young team that came into play, untried team. How can you take an untried team? And look what they did. They went and won.
But they didn't play for money now. Now you're telling now
it's not-
Dhoni is playing for 6 crore, not playing for the country.
You're absolutely wrong. Dhoni makes more than 6 crore rupees just doing an advertisement.
No, for
the
45 days,
For,
that's
him,
correct.
for him, making 6 crore rupees is neither here nor there. He makes much more money playing for just doing an ad.
Then BCCI should also
And-
pay him 6
and-
crore. If he's worth 6 crore, you have enough money.
We are paying.
Thousands crore lying in you're not paying
They-
6 crore rupees for
one minute.
45 days.
Yeah, 1 minute. They get 26% of the board's revenue. The Indian team gets 13% of it, and 13% goes to all other players. So there is no
But
discrimination.
you're
as far
paying
as-
Dhoni 6 crore a year for
Much-
45 days of
Or
play.
if he played 45 days, he gets much more than 6 crore rupees. Much more.
45, he played for more than 45 days.
So he
in a
gets,
year.
no, he gets, his income from the board is much more than that.
It can't be more than that.
It is.
Tell us how much you pay per
I
match.
don't know the exact number, but it is more than this.
It
Believe
can't-
me. Believe me. The Dhoni would be earning from the Indian board more than he earns from the IPL.
Per match, you don't pay him so much. How many pages?
Per
I
match
will not get into debate on that, but the
Right.
question I'm trying to make it by making this IPL as a commercial venture
Yes.
for few in the country. to
For few.
promote. For few. There are 7 teams only.
No, the 8.
There are 8 teams. You did not allow Anil Ambani to bid for the 9th team.
Of course,
He wanted the Ahmedabad team to be given. You did not give it to him.
we didn't give it to him because we only our tournament is going to be only 8 teams.
That's why I've told you.
Now,
You
1 minute.
selected the only metros.
One
What's
minute.
wrong with Ahmedabad?
One
What's
minute.
wrong with other cities?
1 minute. Ahmedabad was
If there was a bidder for other cities, why you
Again,
keep them out?
when the tournament has been designed as 8 team, number 1, prior to the bidding process, everybody knew that there are going to be 8 teams. In the pool of the 8 teams, there were 14 cities. Ahmedabad was also one of the cities. Now we said the criteria for picking is going to be first and foremost the highest bid for a city and the highest bidder for that city. Now Mr. Ambani, yes, bid for Ahmedabad. He was the 9th bidder. And he was the 9th city. There was also a bidder for Kanpur.
But he was bidding.
Why not
Is
Kanpur?
it correct? But he was willing to make the payment as much as at the first city.
But that's
He
not
was
the
able
issue.
to.
That's not the
That's
issue.
normal.
But we didn't have the time to run the tournament. If we had a
Right,
9th,
yeah.
1 minute. If we had the 9th
He
city,
was going to match the money which you want.
money is not the criteria. Again, you come back. The tournament is going to be 44 days, 59 matches. If I had the 9th city,
Ahmedabad, one of the city was there. No?
if a
As
9th,
you admitted.
no, Ahmedabad was there, Kanpur was there, Cochin was there, Gwalior was there. So they were bidders for all cities. Why
But
not
they
do
did
that?
not match the money which you wanted.
It is absolutely wrong. It's nothing to do with me. They had to meet the threshold of the minimum price. If the minimum price threshold had been met, they qualify. But you have to be in the top 8. Ahmedabad was $2 million more than what you call Jaipur. Jaipur would have fallen
But
apart.
there is a chart that it is what we have done. It's for me and mine. Is it correct?
Absolutely wrong. It is for the country and for
I
everybody
will
else.
ask you how it is for the country. I'll ask you after the break.
Okay.
Welcome back to Headlines Today Special. We are talking to Lalit Modi. Tell me how it is good for the country. Tell me.
It's good for the country.
You're destroying conventional cricket.
We're not destroying conventional cricket. Conventional cricket will continue. That's the bread and butter of the BCCI. It is going to continue. Conventional cricket is played internationally with international boards. As far as this is concerned, it's a new format of cricket which is played at a club level. These are club level teams which are going to be played at a club level within India. And it's going to only help us improve infrastructure, get more players on board, and get more people involved with the game of cricket.
My dear,
And
you are giving them extra 45 days of playing,
But they're
which
not-
could have been used for your domestic tournaments.
you're again wrong. This is the season, April and May, when we don't play any cricket. So I can understand we can use it for domestic season. Our season ends in March.
No, but you could have
Traditional-
used this to improve the in district level, some other places.
But,
you
but
can
we
go
never
on.
do that. We already have enough tournaments to improve our district level, our state level, which we already do all the way from October all the way to March.
But you mean to say there's no need for developing your own domestic cricket by involving them more in the
We
playing?
are involving them.
So you
This
could
is
have
also
used this
domestic
45 days for improving those. No?
We are improving it, no?
Now you're improving them for making more money for the board.
Again, you keep coming back to the moment of money. As far as if we are making only so money, why are the people watching it? Why are the TRP ratings so high? Why is everybody loving it? You keep coming back to why does the media only pick up the negative part and only?
People are questioning anyway. That's me and the minister are questioning.
I can't help it. I wish they were manipulated. We should have a high TRP. We are saying that TRP is a low.
No, you are manipulated to high. You are saying low, but people are saying you are manipulated that much also.
If I
People are
manipulated,
not
then
watching.
all your programs are manipulated.
No, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about a minister. I'm questioning that.
I question his motive behind it. Absolutely, without doubt. I mean, how
You
he can say.
question minister's motive. You consider the politician's motive.
No, because how did he say that what do you call the TRP are manipulated? Why were they not being manipulated for so long?
For Doordarshan.
No, I'm saying, but so many other programs, why did it come? Because IPL has all of a sudden generated such a big high TRP. Somebody's questioning it. Why
But
was
the
it questioned?
stands are not, the ticket revenue, gate money is not that much. That's the report coming in.
Again, you're coming back to gate money. As long as the stands are full and people are enjoying the game, as long as people are watching the product on the television, why are you questioning the motive behind it? I'm not forcing the people to go to the
Even the
stand.
Australian cricket board
I'm not
chairman has
forcing.
questioned your business model.
I don't think he has. He has not understood the model. If he's questioned it, he hasn't understood
Is
the
the
model.
viability is in the long term it will be questioned. It won't work. You are doing it for the short term basis.
We are not in BCCI is not in the short-term business. We don't care whether we make money off it or don't make money off it. As far as we are concerned, we are a non-profit organization. All the money goes back into it. Australia may not think that it's viable for them because there is no market there. In fact, the latest figures that we have got, 800,000 people in Australia The matches are coming after midnight. I'm watching.
TRP is in Australia.
In Australia, watching our match.
But
So-
Australian players are still doing better than Indians most of the time
but you
because they don't get enough money anyway.
So
They play
point
for the
is-
game, they don't pay for the money.
Point is, no,
Our Australian players are better, world-class players.
even Indian players are world class.
No, I'm not saying Indians are not. I'm saying Australians are better, equally good players.
I don't say better. There's no such thing as
They
better.
are world-class players.
So
They are
our
world
players-
champions.
So even are the we are
But
world
they-
champions.
No, they are test world champions also. No?
They
In the
can-
ratings, they are in the.
They are number 2.
You
From
are number
where-
2. They're number 1.
Yeah, that's right. But they are also.
Without getting paid that much. No,
You're wrong. They're also getting paid because.
no that's not as much as you are
You
paying.
see, we get
They are
paid
not being bid.
because our market can bear more money.
That is-
That's why. But 1 minute.
Like hammer, they are
One
not
minute.
coming under the
Let's
hammer
take-
like Indian players.
Let's go 4 years behind. Let's go back 4 years. All world players were being paid more than Indian players were being paid. Why didn't we question that? What do you call? How come the Indian
The
players?
players question that they force you play.
Their
You
players
need
were
not
forced to
play.
be-
Indian
we-
players,
the-
Indian play.
No, we didn't have the money. We didn't have the
You
income.
had the money, 200 crores were lying in your bank about 5 years ago, 6
No,
years
no,
ago.
no. Absolutely wrong. That's absolutely wrong. Accumulated income, that is 200 crores is nothing in a game like this. When you got to build infrastructure and you got to spend thousands of crores. Today to build a new stadium, it costs you 400-500 crore rupees. What is the 200 crores
Tell
in
me
that?
one thing,
Yes.
IPL for that you will adjust the ICC guarantee.
No, we are not. What we are going to do is, we already have a natural window in April, May. We are going to try and get this as a permanent window.
And what about, you will be under pressure to have twice a year?
We would like to have twice a year. I don't see reason why we shouldn't.
Like
But I don't
ICL
think it'll
got
happen.
it.
I don't think it'll happen. ICL, I'm not worried about. I mean, they can have even 5 times a year. We're not worried about that point. But we would like to have two windows without doubt. But that 2 windows are not going to come in the first initial few years. It's going to take a few years to build the fan base. And once we do that, yes, we would like to have 2 windows too.
But for cricket, if it is the cricket is saying the development of the game, what these cheer girls are doing there to promote the game?
It's all entertainment.
Why should
It's a
people
wholesome
want to see
entertainment.
some girls dancing
All-
around with something when I want to see a sixer?
You will see both.
No.
You think
What's the
girls-
connection between the good player hitting for a
It is
ball
to
for a
cheer
six
the team. I mean, I see
and
no
some
reason.
person getting out? When somebody is getting out, they are dancing.
The other
it's
side
a sad
is
moment
that-
for the person and your girls are dancing. at
Other
that
side
time.
is dancing, not the girls that are
No,
dancing.
whatever, but the other side, you have both sides cheerleaders, both the teams have been.
Other teams cheerleaders and other teams fans the cheering. So always when one gets out, one is
But
sad and the
against
other is not
Indian
sad.
culture, why are you imposing this culture? India politicians objected, Maharashtra objected, ministers objected, even in the
They are
parliament
the-
there debate.
if they object to it, why don't they object to also all forms of dancing in all forms of venues? In Bombay you have the dandiyas, you have the other
India
types.
is not that as attractive as you
Why
are.
is it not
in
attractive?
terms of what the
I'm
Dandiya
sorry,
don't
but you
disclose
have
what you are disclosing
you have the
every day.
Bollywood programs, you have the other shows running all over the place. Why not stop everything? Why not just ban entertainment? Finish.
Dandiya is a cultural show. What does the cheers have to do with the cricket?
I'm sorry.
What cricket ball
I'm
is being shown
sorry.
there? You are telling me what bat is being shown?
It
What
is-
kind of things are you showing?
Today they have music programs and
You won't change it, obviously.
no, we are not changing it.
And what happens in Maharashtra government says that if they don't wear the clothes, we will not allow them.
That's a separate issue. They pass a law. That's a pass. We have to obey the law.
Administrative law.
If it's a law, we can't do anything about it. But till the law is passed, we are going to continue.
No, you are willing to do anything to attract more eyeballs,
We want to add more eyeballs.
even if it means naked girls on the stand.
We are not going to go. We are not going down that path. You're taking it to an extreme. We are not going down that
But
path.
this has nothing to do, if they are not there, you don't think people see
No,
the match?
but today,
Why digression? Why distraction?
2020 worldwide has developed as a concept where cheerleaders have been there. It's not that something we introduced in India. It was something that has been taken in the cricket concept with cheerleaders. So it's something that we have embraced. So if we have taken the whole concept, we have embraced the whole concept.
But if it's not relevant, can't you drop it?
We will look
How
at
you
it.
are going to mollify the opposition?
Who's opposition? There are few people who are opposing it.
But they matter. They are,
Of course, everybody matters.
They are representative people.
And I understand, but there are lots of people who don't, who say there are lots of representative people who say there's no problem with it.
Other thing is that this IPL is personal baby of Mr. Lalit Modi. He is trying to have his clout over ICC. You are trying to dominate the ICC.
ICC
Bindra,
has
Lalit Modi duo is trying to blackmail the ICC.
why would we want to blackmail the ICC number
Because
one?
Mr. Bindra is already advisor there. Sharad Pawar is going to be president of the ICC chairman 2 years.
It's by rotation. As far as Mr. Pawar is concerned, Mr. Pawar is coming as per rotation, and Mr. Bindra is a very, very able administrator.
Yes, absolutely. First, he
has
built the first
he has
Mohali
given,
stadium.
I don't think anybody has given more to cricket than he has, and I think he's the right choice for the ICC.
No, but
So,
that is the control, Indian control. You are going
It's, for last 100,
money.
For last 100 years, it was somebody else's control, English control, Australian control. Why did you not raise that issue at that time? Why are you raising the issue now? Because
No,
India.
I'm asking, is it that your ambition is to take over ICC? No?
My ambition is not.
Cricket should be governed from India, not from London.
Absolutely not.
Ground
Cricket-
at Lords should not lord over India.
I don't
It should
think
be
so.
Lalit Modi lording over India.
I don't think that is true at all. It was not me. First and foremost, I am not in the ICC. First and foremost, I have nothing to do with it. It is Mr. Bindra who's going there, Mr. Pawar who's going there, and I think it's great that people of this stalwart are able to represent our country and make a difference. to world
Ultimately,
cricket.
you will control the players.
Why would we control the
If
players?
the IPL players who are
Yes.
doing very well, they are making a lot of money, they refuse to pay for the country, what will happen?
No, we will not take them. And there is a strict.
They refuse to play for the country.
We will not take them. We will refuse to take them. They will
Why?
be
How
thrown
come?
out.
You can't dictate that.
Of course, we can dictate it, and we have dictated it.
What?
Very
The
clearly.
person who plays for IPL,
Yes, must
He
play
has-
for his country. Must play for his country.
is there in the contract.
All in the contract. And when he leaves his country,
If you select them, obviously.
no, there are two issues out here. First and foremost, every player must play for his country, number one. Number
For his
two,
club, a domestic club or whatever.
number two, if he decides to retire from his country or not play for his country, then for 2 years, he still needs to take an NOC from his country. So that 2 years period is very critical. So if the country, as say Australia, decides not to release him, and they still need him, they won't release him, and we as IPL will not be able to take him.
You're spoiling the youngster now because you're giving them the taste of blood. I said taste of money. They used to play for
I
Test cricket.
think if there is money,
then
I think if
2020
there is money in it, today you have youngsters in tennis. You look at tennis, at the age of 14, 15, if you start performing and you come on the world map, you start making millions of dollars. You take golf also as an example. You take football as an example. I see no reason. If the money is plowed back into the right way, I think it's only going to benefit them and help them going forward.
You're a good defense of IPL, JD. People say there's humor. I'm not saying
Yes.
that you have also some kind of partnership in 3 teams. And you
I have partnership in 8 teams. Why 3?
No, you're a commissioner for 8 teams.
I'm not
But you
telling-
have personal interest in Calcutta and Mohali and in Rajasthan.
Absolutely wrong. But there was nothing wrong. We have been authorized by the IPL governing council to do that. By the way, Mr. Srinivasan owned the team in Calcutta and Chennai.
That's an interest, a conflict of interest.
I don't think there's a conflict of
in
interest.
decision making, and then you allow
They're
them
not party in the decision-making process, as far as that's concerned. When it comes to matter,
So you don't own any team?
no teams.
No team at all. Rajasthan is owned by whom then? Nobody knows who owns it.
Why? It's very clearly owned by Mr. Manoj Badale and a consortium of people out there.
Consortiums outside.
No,
Everybody-
Mr. Lachlan Murdoch is in there, Mr. Chelaram is in there, there are lots of people in there. I don't see any reason for that they should, even if I wanted to own a team, there's nothing wrong with it.
No, I'm not saying, but I'm asking you, do you?
No, I don't.
Why didn't you think of owning a team?
But I would like to own, and I think one day we will. There is no reason that I would not in the future.
Then
There is no-
Ahmedabad will be part of that. You'll add
I
some
don't
more
know.
cities.
I don't know whether after 3 years period of time,
What is your future
after
as a cricketer or not as a businessman?
I'm as an administrator, I'm here for a while and
For the love of this game.
for the love of the game.
But in Rajasthan, you are also controversial. No?
Everybody.
People say there are people in Rajasthan because of the royal connection, because of everything, and because of attraction, tourists coming there. People talk about royalty there, people talk about land there, people talk about liquor there, and they talk about the 3L. Third L is Lalit Modi. Lalit Modi is very important.
I've done a lot for the state as far as the cricket is concerned. I see no reason why that they shouldn't be talking about
But
it.
your future is beyond Jaipur, I think. No? From Rajasthan
Absolutely.
Royals to
Of course, beyond anything.
where?
Why we wait
You
and
have,
see?
you have future in politics or in cricket or in business?
No politics. I'm not joining any politics. Business and cricket is there.
So what is the next step?
Next time you wait and watch.
Okay, we'll watch. Thank you for coming to the studio.
Thank you.